body, baby, show me.
Alright guys, last sit down video for a little while. What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, this video is just me kind of like a little bit of a story to talk about. I haven't really talked about what I did before YouTube. So pretty much before YouTube, I'd always wanted to do a YouTube channel. I grew up, my early days I remember when I was watching Keemstar when he first started, and I was like, YouTube seems kind of fun. I wouldn't do this, but I would love to do a YouTube channel one day. I remember watching Drum Alert when the PSN hack happened in 2011, so that was when I was paying attention to that. After that, I got off YouTube for a few years. I really only used it for music videos because I still love music. I loved music a lot as a kid. I didn't really get into watching gaming stuff until I started watching Vanoss back in my Black Ops 2 days. I didn't really play a lot of COD, but I did play some Black Ops 2. So I watched a lot of his gaming videos with my little brother. Me and Liam both were big Vanoss supporters back then. I believe Liam still watches them to this day. And I do from time to time. I wanted to do gaming videos in the beginning, which is where this channel started. I also got into watching a lot of Pokemon YouTube. I started off watching Relistify, I started watching Maryland, all those guys and guys. It kind of just turning into just I wanted to do Pokemon videos. I was a big Pokemon player since I was very young. I started off on the GBA with Fire and Leaf Green. If you guys watch RT2, you guys already know how much I love my GBA, to the point where I tore it apart and rebuilt it. It's the only console I've ever torn apart. But anyway, that's beside the point. I grew up playing Pokemon for a long time. I played VGC for a little while. I was a competitive Pokemon player before I did YouTube. I was a little bit younger. I sucked very bad. I never actually won a competitive match in a live tournament. I won a lot of online. I won a lot of online matches though. We had online tournaments that they would do from time to time back, I believe 2012, 2013. So I was pretty good in those. I would say I had about a 500 record. I was about even. I never really did spectacularly. This was before I really knew how to the true mechanics of the competitive scene. But I always tried to make my own best teams without listening to anyone else before. I really discovered strategies and how to make better teams. And sometimes I do want to go back to it. I've been strongly debating going back into competitive Pokemon with the new games come out this year. Because the meta is going to be so different in that game. The meta game is going to be so much different, and I want to get back into competitive Pokemon. I've been wanting to do it for years, especially now that I know what I'm doing. And I built a powerhouse of a team back in 2014 that I wish I could have actually used, because that was a monstrous team. A lot of you guys know the early days of this channel was with my Pokemon setups, and when I was trying to do competitive Pokemon. I did VGC Academy, I did Road to Anaheim for a little while, because I wanted to compete at Worlds, and unfortunately that just didn't work out. So, if you guys want me to bring that stuff back once I'm able to produce better Pokemon content on RT2, let me know. I do want to cover Pokemon a little bit more. I have covered a little bit on RT2, but nothing too crazy. So if you guys want to see gaming content, RT2 is the place to go. If you have any ideas for RT2 videos, go over there and let me know. I just put out a video last week on the Mac, so if you guys want to check that out, you guys can. So yeah, I started off with doing competitive Pokemon behind the scenes. I went to several tournaments in Georgia, and like I said, I didn't fare too well. Liam actually did better than I did back when I played, which was kind of surprising because Liam didn't know a lick about competitive Pokemon, but he wanted to play with me that year. So we went to a tournament together. He got through the first round. I didn't. I had a couple. My first year, the guy I played with was an absolute jerk. He was just you should just give up right now kind of guy. Just egotistical. And so that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth for a little while, but I was just I'm going to come back and just try to play better than ever. Gave it a couple years, and I came back with a somewhat better team in the game, and I still got walked. Pretty good. It was a lot closer than the last fight, but it was still just So, yeah, I started off in competitive Pokemon. I played a lot. It was mainly video games. I played a lot of video games back then. I did play football as well. If you guys remember, I was a football player for my high school team. I like to call myself a professional bench warmer because that's all I did. They never let me touch the field in the game. I tried my hardest to get on the field, but they just wouldn't let me do it. And it was part of what eventually led me to quit playing football. There was a lot of stuff that made me quit football. I don't want to make a video about it, but I could if you guys really wanted me to. I had a lot of friends through there too, so it was football was like a hit and miss thing. Pretty much the origin story of the channel was a lot of you guys probably haven't been subscribed for that long. But the channel started off with, I did it as an experiment. Pretty much the backstory is my mom at the time was very against me and Liam creating YouTube accounts. We brought up to her we want to make YouTube accounts. My mom was like, no, that's not a good idea. YouTube is just a toxic place. And yeah, there's some toxic communities on YouTube, but from my experience, toxicity on this channel is pretty rare. It's a lot more common than it used to be, but it's still rather rare. So, start off with the channel just kind of was started off as Pokemon. I did a lot of Alpha Sapphire videos. I did a lot of Mortal Kombat. That was another game I was really into, and I still am into now. So I mean, again, my channel's always been gaming. It's kind of, well, originally was all gaming. It's where, you know, the origin of this channel was, and I still love video games today. I mean, obviously, I own a whole crap ton of consoles now and have way too much of them, to the point where I need 2 power strips in our room. It probably cost the majority of the power bill here. But yeah, that's kind of that. I spend a lot of time playing video games, and I started off this channel as a pure gaming channel, and you know, competitive Pokemon was kind of just my niche at the time. It was what I wanted to do. I mean, you guys remember I did a lot of the VGC Academy when I first started. That was a lot of my Pokemon-related goodies. You know, that was like the bread and butter of my Pokemon videos back then. But, you know, again, I'd love to get back into competitive and, you know, learn some stuff and try to be better than I ever was. Obvious Pokemon pun intended there. And like I said, this isn't my main channel, so, I mean, if you guys really want to see gaming content from me, RT2 is the place to go. I'm probably going to start doing gameplay videos on there very soon. I do have one already on the Mac ready to edit. I just got to edit it and sit down and actually put time into it. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I started off as a competitive Pokemon player, and I didn't really look back. I wanted to base this channel on Pokemon, like the VGC Pokemon at the time, and I never did. It never really went anywhere, minus some video series, which was fun. I played football, and, you know, I did a lot of that. I got sold a guitar after I started YouTube, so I can't really say I played guitar a lot. Yeah, that's kind of all I did before YouTube. I played video games, and I played football, and I went to school. I didn't have a car at the time until, you know, late 2015, I believe. That was when the Kia showed up. For me, at least, it was when it became my car. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I know it probably wasn't the most interesting, but to close out this kind of week-long sit-down series, I kind of wanted to close out on a similar note I did last Friday, where it was just like reflecting on my past, I guess. So, well, I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week with some actual car content. See you guys.